you are doing your work out of the great state of Florida, I believe, where Ron DeSantis, I understand, is looking at actually allowing Americans to have and own property.
Imagine that. It sounds so radical when you put it that way.
The only state in America, United States of America, and I think around the globe that will allow people to actually own property.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have that on our ballot. So, do we wanna continue paying rent to the government in perpetuity, or would we like to own our property free and clear? But yeah, I mean, even here in Florida, we got a lot of dependents. People who depend on the system for their daily bread, between the bureaucrats and the welfare recipients, and we got a lot of renters who, don't see exactly how that's going to benefit them. So, it's going to be a heavy lift, but I'm very glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I was talking to Grover Norquist the other day. He was in the program, and I said, Grover, what do you're Americans for tax reform. What are you guys doing? He said, well, Matt, he said, the reality is, and he used a Florida case. Florida has, I think, 2 million more residents than New York, I believe, and the budget in New York is 100% higher than the budget in Florida. So that tells you kind of everything you need to know. So Florida can make cuts because their government's not that big. It's more streamlined as opposed to a state like New York and these Northeast states. But he said there's other ways to get taxes and there are other ways to bring in revenue beyond bilking the American people. So well, kudos on it. So if that happens, Alex, let me be your neighbor. I'm just saying.
I think we're going to get a lot of great Americans moving down here if we do get that, because it really is. It's a Marxist principle, the idea that you need to pay perpetual rent on your property. Ultimately, it's part of the "you'll own nothing and you'll be happy" agenda. So, Florida defied the totalitarians on the COVID idiocy, and hopefully, we can defy the totalitarians on the perpetual serfdom as well, and we can continue to be a leader here in this state on these really important issues.
Yeah, no, that is absolute remark. Yeah, it's one of those things that why didn't someone think about this, 100 years ago? And it kind of dovetails with Trump's. Let's give 50-year mortgages. I'm like, you're going to enslave people for 50 years instead of 30. Okay, great. I'm sorry. I just respectfully disagree.
Don't worry, you'll get a $2,000 stimulus check, so it'll be all right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So, well, you went to a public university somewhere.
I did, yeah. I spent about a year and a half at the University of Florida, which was largely a waste of time. I did some good work there, met some cool people there, but my degree, I probably didn't learn much of value. I mean, I learned more in a weekend at the Leadership Institute than I did in a year and a half at UF. So it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And so you didn't finish.
I did. I got my degree. I'd clipped out of most of the classes. I was blown away when I came back to the United States and took the GED and took some of these CLEP tests and realized, like, oh my goodness, the people around me don't know anything. Like, their version of high school math is what I was doing in second grade. I was blown away. So thankfully I didn't have to spend 4 years in that ridiculous institution. I was able to get my degree very, very quickly.